Hey y'all, come on in. It's Porch, Settin Sunday. It's another day and another chance to sparkle. So keep a sparkle in your eye and a sparkle in your heart, because it makes you beautiful. You know, when we smile, we're more beautiful. Let me show you the mountains. They're gorgeous. They're starting to turn their colors a little bit, and the sun's on them. So look how beautiful. Just gorgeous. I hope y'all can see it like I see it. Just barely on the sun on top of the mountain there. And poor old flag, it's as tore up as our country. Look at that. I got to get that down, or have my husband get it down. Lord, y'all pray for our country. It's a mess, isn't it? Okay. Here we go. What do y'all think? They're gorgeous, aren't they? Look, the colors are starting right here, right there. Orangey color all over. I think it's getting gorgeous. Y'all I'm trying not to move you fast. There I am. I hope y'all have had a good Sunday. Look at my decorations, y'all. I haven't decorated for Halloween in a long time, or for a fall. One of the people that I worked with years ago made those, and I bought one. It has a handle, and you can carry it to your door to put your candy in the top of it. I got leaves in the top of it, but you can put your candy in the top of it and carry it to your door, and it looks like you're carrying a little pumpkin man, because it's got legs and everything. And she made those and sold them, and I bought one when I worked there. And then I got my table all decorated up, and I got a pumpkin over there that's lit up, and I just haven't got my stuff out in years and years. So here I come. And I decided this year, my husband did too, we got it all out and been decorating. We've been decorating around. Oh, I'm tired. I've been doing laundry. Let me get this situated around here. I hope, like I said, I hope y'all have had a great day. Thought I'd wear a little darker lipstick. Hope I don't have food on my mouth. We just had dinner. I made homemade, let me think. I made green beans with bacon grease in them. Let them cook a long time. It tastes like they just come out of the garden when you do that. And then I made homemade Salisbury steak. I take hamburger patties and I put them on top of the stove in a pan and let them kind of brown and cook and everything. And then I put, sometimes I put onion, but this time I didn't put onion. I just put mushrooms. I took 2 small cans of mushrooms, and then I used just plain brown gravy, and I put a little bit of what I call house seasoning. I have it mixed up in a big jar, and it's my house seasoning. I have salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. All that, you know. I have my salt. I'm wanting pink Himalayan salt, and I've been looking around here for it. You can't find stuff like that around here. Man, my blush, I got more blush on one side than I do the other. That's okay. Anyway, so it's fall, y'all. I wanted to tell you a story. It's a good story. I wanted to tell you a story about my youngest granddaughter when she was about 3-4 years old. And I worked at a medical clinic, and every year we would do something to raise money for our Christmas party, and you know, to give out prizes. Well, the year that, you know, the first year I was there, I gave them an idea. Out behind our clinic there was a path that you could walk, go in one end and go out the other end. Well, we got permission from the town to use that to make it a haunted, what we called a haunted trail. Well, we didn't want people to have to walk through it, so we got men that, you know, our husbands that had four-wheelers, and we borrowed, you know, things that they could pull, like a, oh, like a wagon, but it wasn't a wagon. It's a thing they pull, a big thing they can pull behind their four-wheelers. So my son helped, and my husband helped, and my daughter and her husband helped because they love Halloween, so they helped with a lot of the decorations. And we just really had a good turnout because there wasn't nothing in this area for anybody to do. We didn't charge a lot, but we made extra good money. They said that out of all the things they've done over the years of doing it for Christmas parties, that year the idea that I had made the most money that they had ever made in all the years they've been doing an event. And so the next year we did it again, and again they made good money. So until the clinic closed, they done really well, you know, doing that every year. Of course, I left because I went to nursing school, and then I come back there and work there in the business office because I didn't make it through nursing school. I like 3 months and failed one of my finals by 1 point. And if you fail by a millimeter, they kick you out. And it was in pediatrics. And she told us, don't go by what you know, go by what the book says. Well, as a mother of 4 and raising them, it's hard to go by what the book says when you know that the book is wrong, and then you get all confused. And anyway, I failed. But they let me come back, but they put me in the business office, so I really enjoyed that because I was in there to help people. You know, they would come in my office and I could tally up their income and all that stuff and let them know if they was going to get a sliding fee and a discount or not. And most of the time I could give them a big discount. Some of them got like 90% discount. They only had to pay 10% of their bill and they was done. And it was great, because, see, the state picked up the rest. We was state funded, and anyway, I missed that job. I loved that job. It was the best job I ever had. People, it was like, the people there were wonderful. It was like, except for one person, and you just look over ignorance, you know. But anyway, we put that haunted trail on the first year. Well, the weekend just so happened we did it on Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. So we would get 3 nights. Even though we all had to get up early next morning and go to work, we did. But we did it. Anyway, so on the Friday night, my son got his daughter, you know, for the weekend. Well, he wasn't going to take her through, and I wasn't going to let him, but she begged and cried, Daddy, I want to go through. I want to go. I want to go. So he put her on front with him, riding the four-wheeler, and he put him right in front of him, and she wasn't in school yet, so I'm thinking she was almost 4, or she was almost 4. She would have been 4 in November, and it was October when we done this. So, anyway, we let her go through. She went through and got to the other end, and the first thing she said when she came out of that, of course, Mama was in there playing a person eating guts out of a dead person's body. Ugh. We used cooked spaghetti. We cooked spaghetti every night that week, and big gobs of it, so we could put ketchup on it and make it look like it was guts from someone. I know it's gross, and if you don't want to hear it anyway, hurry and turn off. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the story. Anyway, she came out of that other end, and the first thing she looked at her papa and said, Papa, there's some scary shit down that hole. And I thought I would die when they told me that. But anyway, she said that she would say some of the corniest things, and I don't approve of foul language, and I don't use foul language, but I did want to tell you that she said that. I thought, oh my God, she 3 and saying that, you know, she's almost 4, but she would say some of the crackiest things. And one time her and her dad and her mom was riding in the car, and she was in the back seat, you know, in her car seat, and there was a song came on, and it was called anyway, it'd go, hell yeah. And she was back there just throwing her hand up in the air, just singing that, belting it out with everything she had in her, singing that song. And my son, he never did call her by her name. He always called her Heaven, or always called her baby girl. Her name was Heaven Lee Ann, you know, the Lee Ann in the middle. And I wanted to name her. I did name her, but I wanted to name her Heavenly, and then Ann. And her mom said, no, I don't like Heavenly. I do like Heaven, and then the Lee Ann. So if her mom's going to let me name her, I'm going to name her. I love unusual names. Of course, my mom must have too, because she named me an unusual name, and I hate it. But now Heaven likes her name, and I'm glad she does. But the next grandson I want to name one Atticus. I love that name. It's an old Southern name. But anyway, I wanted to tell you that story, but we did some crazy, crazy things that, you know, we took fishing line, and we hung all kinds of it from the trees, so that when they went through, because see, it was dark. There was only certain areas that was lit up, and it was real dark going in some spots. And they would go through, and all those strings of fishing line would touch their face, or their, you know, the top of their head, and they would scream because they thought it was spider webs. So we cleared out all the spider webs going through there, but they put that there. I mean, we just had a blast. I miss those days. I miss those times. I get melancholy over them. You know, and I even get melancholy over my kids being little. I want them to be little again, so I can hug them tighter, kiss them harder, and beat their butts a little more. No, I'm just kidding. I would hug them a little harder and love them more. So, but anyway, I hope y'all have had a great day. I can't believe that my little diva, there's nobody home here but me. I got a minute to myself. I picked up a new hobby. If I can get me some paintbrushes. I used to dabble a lot in art. I dabbled a lot in a lot of things. And art was one of the things that I did well in school. I got straight A's, A pluses. I drew a lot. In class, we'd have to draw some, and I always got A pluses. And so I loved that. And so I found out that one of my aunts, now I've done not a, you know, real fancy paintings, but I've done some in acrylic. And now I found out that an aunt, she's passed on now, but I've seen some of her work, and she was very, very good. And they say I look like her. And anyway, she was a watercolor artist. And so I'm starting to dabble in watercolor a little bit. Kat, I don't know if y'all know me, but K.O. this artist, she don't have a channel anymore, but she and I became very good friends. We keep in touch. Sometimes it's 6 months before I hear from her, but I do hear from her. And she was moving from, I can't remember where she was, oh, from Texas to Nevada. And she wasn't taking everything, so she shipped me some of her watercolor and her inks and some stuff like that. And I started dabbling, and I quite like it. So she didn't send me any brushes. She said that I was not getting her brushes. But anyway, and I didn't ask her for them. She just sent them to me randomly. She didn't tell me what she was sending me. She just said, I want to send you something. So she sent me those, and I've never told her that I could do art, or that I did do art, or that I dabbled in acrylics, or that I even done well in school. But she put a note in that box of stuff that she sent me. She put a note in there and told me that I was going to be the next Grandma Moses. I said, okay, from your lips to God's ears, maybe. I doubt it, but hey, you never know. She has that confidence in me. I wish I could have the same, but I love Kat. I miss her channel. I miss seeing her. She is just such a wealth of knowledge of everything. She's lived a lot of life. She's traveled a lot. She's well traveled. And I miss her. I miss getting to talk to her daily. I was talking to her daily, but she got some bad news from the doctor 3 or 4 years ago, and she wanted to cut all ties to everybody. She told me she'd keep in touch here and there, and she does, but we talked on the daily, and so I can't tell you the bad news because that's her business and it's not mine, but it wasn't true what the doctor was wrong. She found that out later, but anyway, I love her and I miss her, and I wish she had her channel back, but she doesn't. But anyway, I was telling you, I can't believe Diva's in the house right there, and she's not barking to come out here with me. She usually bosses me around. I mean, she yells at me sometimes. I get so upset with her that I tell her, I say, you're not my real mom. And because she barks at me to boss me. If I get out of bed, she barks at me to get back in the bed, and I tell her, you're not my boss. I love that girl. I swear, she's like a child to me, and I love her. If something happened to her, I'd go all to pieces. But anyway, let's talk about happy things. I still got her. But anyway, if I say but anyway one more time, somebody flat me. Did y'all bring something to drink? And I didn't even offer you nothing. I brought my coffee, and I got more in there if y'all want it. Got iced tea, got iced water, got milk, I don't have no juice. Oh, but I got some apple cider. I love my apple cider now. It's not as good as what I had when I was a child. We used to get our cider from right outside of town. There was an orchard out there, and they made homemade cider. Plus, you remember I told you about the cider that was stolen. You remember that story. But let me just say goodbye. If you all like this video, you like our visit, you like the porch, I got it decorated for you. You like the porch, and you liked our visit, and you liked my story, come back next Sunday. I'm being asked to do more videos, and I'm trying to figure out, do y'all want me to do get ready with me, or tutorials on how I do my makeup? I don't know, just tell me what you want. And I want to do cooking videos for you, but I can't edit, and I know people would get bored watching it a long time. I'm trying to figure out, and I've been doing it for a long time, been trying to figure out for a year now how to, I think I'm going to do it like TV does it, like make one before I start and let y'all see. Like, I want to show you how I do my rolls. The holidays are coming up, and I want you to be able to, they're simple. I mean, the ingredients are so simple. The way you do it is so simple. I mean, it's just, I think I'll figure out a way to do it and show you all how they turn out. How I do them, how, you know, what they look like, and all that. Because I make a lot of them anyway. And my cinnamon rolls. I'm getting ready to make a big batch of them, so maybe I can make them. You know, maybe I could show you all how I do it. Somehow I'm going to figure it out. But I've been asked to do the cooking. All kinds of things, you know, but just let me know what you'd like to see me do. I know you like, one of my subscribers likes the trash talking, and I won't be trash talking in the closet, but we'll do a little trash talking. We'll do a lot of trash talking. I've already got a whole thing in there of trash talking. I usually do it every 2 months, but maybe I can start trash talking it weekly. Find something to trash talk about. You know, there's things I don't like. I don't like my husband. Can we trash talk about him? I'm joking. I love my husband, but I get mad at him, and I don't like him sometimes very much. But anyway, I love you guys, and please give me a thumbs up. Share me around, because I want to travel. Next place I'd like to go is Nebraska. That's where my sister's at. I've never flown, but I'm thinking if I can finagle the money out and find out how much it costs and fight my husband to do it, I want to go to Nebraska and visit with my sister for a week. Just a whole week, me and her just sit and talk about the weather if we want to. I love you, Kelly. I know you're watching. She watches all my videos, and she always comments, and I know she gives me a thumb up, and I know she's going to share me around, and maybe I can blow into Nebraska. I've never flown. I've never been anywhere like that, so maybe I can go. Anyway, I'm rambling on, girls. I love my sisters. I love all 3 of my sisters that I have, and can't wait to see Kelly again. We got to see each other, and I loved it, and I miss her so much. How do you love somebody that you didn't grow up with, but you know that you're the same blood pumps through your veins as pumps through hers, and you just get that instantaneous love for that person. Your heart just fills up so full that it just flows over into tears. It did for us, into tears. So anyway, like I said, subscribe if you haven't. My goal is to try to get to 2,000 before the end of the year. I've been on YouTube a long time, but I've took some breaks because, and I'm sure if I didn't, I would have been further by now, but I did, and I miss you guys when I take breaks. I don't like to take breaks. But anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you have a good day, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your week. Don't forget, at the end of every storm is a beautiful rainbow in your mind. I love you guys. Bye.